go.
Uh, uh, now I'm just. I'm used to just starting, and then all of a sudden I'm just all like, "Yeah."
Yeah, but every time you do shout something, then the first couple of seconds get cut off because Skype recorder is dumb and stuff, and now we're stuck with this. Oh
You know
well.
what?
Oh well.
Fuck you and everything you stand for!
I guess that works. I guess that
Without
works.
no reason at all.
Yeah, yeah. But we both do Pokemon. That's what I stand for, so
What's Pokemon? Never heard
I
of
don't
it.
know. It's something like Digimon.
Dude, I love Digimon. Not even joking, I love Digimon. Just don't fuck with Digimon, man.
You should
Don't.
do Digimon dueling quickies.
I don't even know how the fuck that would work. I don't even know any online ways to play Oh wait, there are plenty of ways to do that, but I don't know how to do competitive Digimon.
Hey, maybe we should.
Nah, I'm good.
Okay, okay.
I'm already
That would be
competitive
a
in
good
the
idea
game.
for an
That's
April
it.
Fool. That would be a good idea for April Fools. Like, I'm quitting Pokemon. It's all about Digimon. Maybe.
Hey, that could happen one day.
Yeah, it could.
Except not really, because Digimon sucks now.
Yeah, yeah. It was good like long time ago. Like, but it was never like Pokemon. No.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Anywho, we got some statistics and shenanigans.
Never heard of that in my life.
Me neither. Do you have the
Okay.
link, Chase? You always.
Yeah,
Um.
except I'm not looking at it at this exact second right now.
Okay. I wonder if there's. No one has probably done that cool thing that would be cool.
Nope, they haven't done it lately, so I don't think they're gonna start.
Oh. Nobody has
Okay,
heard
now I
our
gotta look.
requests.
Okay, link. Here we go.
You got it. You
We
got
should
this.
obviously start with the little cup, obviously.
Yes, little cup is the most important
No,
thing.
no, no, nope, nope, nope.
What have we got here?
Same as it ever was, same as it ever was, same as it ever was, same as it ever was.
Well, Heatran and T-Tar has swapped places, but what else is there in top
I
10?
don't even have the April stats up. I should go get those, shouldn't I?
Yeah, you should, maybe. At least we can do some sort of comparison
I
here.
don't know now. Alright, so Scissor, Dragonite, Rotom, same old. Heatran, Tyranitar, switched. Like you said, Ferrothorn went up, Tracky went down,
Uh,
Politoed
what?
Gliscor stayed the same, and Jirachi stayed the same.
Yeah.
Such an eventful month!
Yes, it is. Anything? Let's see. Let's try to find something here. Do we have anything?
Let's see. Latios, Skarmory, Starmie. Latios, Skarmory, Landorus, then Salamence, and then Starmie.
Not
That's
too.
kind of random. So Landorus went up a couple spaces, and Salamence went up one space, and then Starmie went down a little bit.
Where's Mens?
Mence is. Oh wait, no, I'm looking at the other way around. Starmie went up while Mence and Landers went down. What? I confused my stats.
Lol, Chase.
Uh,
Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Salamence is 14, Starmie 13. Okay.
Yep. So I guess everyone is liking Starmie randomly.
Yeah, I guess it's a good offensive
It might be
spinner.
because Heatran went up a little bit,
Yeah,
but
true.
then Ferrothorn went up a little bit, so that doesn't make as much sense.
True, true. Is there
Let's see.
any bigger changes? Probably not too much.
I think Magnezone and Fortress switch places.
Okay. Yeah. Wait.
Yeah, that's nothing worth noting though. It's
Yeah,
like, oh
true.
boy, Fortress and blah, blah, blah. See Celebi, Ninetales, Breloom, Infernape.
Uh.
Celebi, Ninetales, Breloom, Gyarados. So Infernape went down a little bit.
Uh
Gyarados went up a little bit.
huh.
And
Infernape was 23. Now it's 25. Okay.
and that also means Volcarona went up a little bit, probably just because of the Infernape drop.
Yeah, true. True.
And Oh, Espeon went down a little bit, it looks like.
Where's Espeon now?
Well, it was 27, now it's
It's
29. Oh,
29. Okay.
I wrote wrong. Let's see, where the fuck was I even reading? Wait, where's Haxorus? Oh,
Uh,
Haxorus went down to 28. This
Axorus,
month
yeah.
it's not eventful. This is all just minor changes. There's nothing cool.
Uh,
I blame you.
well, blame the stats.
I just feel like blaming you. It might just
No.
mean that the metagame is balanced enough so that
Yeah,
it
but
doesn't.
now next month everything is going to get fucked up in the arse. Black and white
How?
2.
What's
Black and white
that?
2. Do do do
Actually,
do
that's
do
technically
do
this
do.
month.
Well, yeah, true. But we can see the effects next month. But yeah, at the end of this
Actually,
month. It's like 26th, right? When it gets released.
I don't even fucking know. I don't. I haven't even been keeping track. I'm just waiting for it to come out and be like, "Hey, Black and White 2 is out." I'm like, "Wait, it's out. Okay,
Oh
give me a."
wait, my Milotics. Whoops.
Yeah, June 23rd. So
23rd?
that's.
Really? Oh,
Yep.
I thought it was 26th. Well, whatever.
Uh,
That works. That works. But then everything is going to change up and holy crap. We can talk about Black and White 2 a bit later on, okay?
I thought we already did a whole podcast about it.
Yeah, but we didn't know as much, and now that they're,
We don't
coming.
know anything still.
Yeah, well, there are little things that we know, and we can speculate more because it's
No,
fun.
no, no,
Little bit, tiny bit chase. All
no.
right.
Okay,
Well,
the
whatever.
rest.
Let's see that
Let's
later
see.
on. Is there
Don Van Etrigan and
Mew
plus.
is like closing in on OU, but not quite.
Yeah, I think Virizion jumped back up in usage just so that it doesn't go UU.
How much?
It's
Where was it the last month?
it's like 3.3.
Yeah, true. It was 2.7 last month. Yeah, and now it
Oh,
rose.
it's 2.7. Holy
Yeah,
shit. I didn't
yeah.
expect. I didn't
It would
know it
have
went up that
definitely
much.
been. Yeah.
Okay, that works. Let's see.
And isn't Smogon going to make the changes next month again?
Yeah, Latias took a huge drop.
Where
It
was
was like
where was it?
34 and now it's 41.
Holy crap! Everybody has forgotten Latios. Well, whatever. It's
Yeah,
Latios.
it's probably because dicks.
Those. What about monkeys, Chase?
I don't know. I don't know what that
Mm-mm.
is. Let's
And
see. I'm trying to figure out any changes, but I'm sucking at it. I don't think there's really any other
uh,
important changes.
Chansey
Where's
would still be UU now.
Yeah,
Uh,
where the fuck is Gastrodon? Oh, it's 39. Okay, it
yeah.
went up slightly. So did Alakazam, I think. Yeah, Alakazam took a jump too.
Well, Gastrodon is 37. Or are
Yeah,
you? Yeah, yeah.
and then
Oh,
it
yeah.
was like 40 something last month.
42.
It's
Yeah.
42. Yeah, Alakazam and Gastrodon, or yeah, Gastrodon and Alakazam took a pretty nice jump this month.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, something. It
Uh,
was Mammoth. Oh, not Mammoth. Fucking Abomasnow might be going OU
yeah, true.
finally.
3.6. Now it would be OU, but we'll have to see next month.
Yeah,
So if people
if
are going to keep using it as they are, it's gonna go OU.
basically.
That's pretty cool
But
for hail
yeah,
hipsters, right?
yep,
Yep.
getting those black and white Kirans.
Oh yeah. Then it's probably gonna. Wow. Then the users will probably jump because it's gonna be cool.
No, I doubt it.
Yeah, it just kind of depends. Like we still know nothing about those new forms, basically.
Basically.
Yeah, nothing
Uh,
useful except that they get the special move that sucks that nobody should use.
yep.
Yep.
Yeah, otherwise everything else is just basically the same.
Yeah, pretty much.
That shows signs of a stable metagame, kids.
Yeah, which is going to get completely screwed
Oh,
over.
we could look at the metagame analysis thingies that they have.
Where is that?
It's the third post right under his tier predictions.
Okay. Metagame analysis thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So here's a fun fact for you kids.
Hmm.
52% of teams are weatherless.
Yeah.
So you know what? When you're gonna bitch about weather, here's the thing. Weather isn't broken. Half the teams don't have weather for a good reason. Quit bitching about them.
Hmm.
Yeah, here's how it goes. It goes, yeah, 52% weatherless, 18% sand, 15% rain, 8% sun, and 3% hail, and then 2% multi-weather. So if you're gonna bitch about weather, consider this. Weatherless teams can easily beat weather teams. It's the weatherless teams that are half the time the most broken, because that's what's most used.
Yep, 52%, but yeah.
And also, the most used kind of team is basically bulky offense, no matter what thing. And well, it's balanced, but then they
Yeah.
label them as bulky offense. So
Yeah.
for each kind of type, it's all bulky offense. So that's if you're gonna make a team, make bulky offense. That's the best thing to use.
Yeah. Balanced team.
And if
There's
you're gonna
always
make a team, don't worry about weather or not. Half the time, what not having weather will benefit you sometimes.
hmm.
So, just feel with it.
Yeah, use that random sunny day Celebi. Right, Chase?
Sure.
Chase, what why did you use that Celebi?
Because literally someone gave me a team to try out, and I was like, fuck it, let's try it out. And then I hated it.
And you hated it, but you used it, and it was cool when you were wild Chase being hipster using sunny day Celebi.
No,
Yes.
it wasn't even that good of a team. It was a really bad team. Well, not really bad, but it wasn't that good of a team.
Okay, Chase, whatever. Is it
But they also have lead usage now if you want to really quickly look at that for no reason.
where's that? There we go.
Yeah, let's see. Look at the top 10 most used leads.
Politoed, Rotom W, T-Tar, Ninetales, Ferrothorn, Scizor, Heatran, Jirachi, Dragonite, and Landorus. Huh.
Yeah, I mean, leads usage doesn't make as much of a purpose just because of the fact that you can lead with anything, but it does show that when you're using rain, you generally can lead with Politoed very effectively. So,
Yeah, true, true. But then there's Deoxys Defense number 11, which is kind of funny because you still don't really see that.
yeah. So that means when it is used as a lead most of the time.
True. Because you can take basically like
Well,
anything.
no, I just meant that its usage number means stuff. So hold on. It gets used. So about two-thirds of its usage happens in the lead spot.
Yeah, alright.
About it that way or something like that. I don't know. I'm probably
Yeah,
calculating it wrong. I'm not even paying attention. So, yeah.
and Politoed is used 8% of the time as a lead.
Also, on the subject of hipsters, someone I just reviewed for beta subbed to me. That's so hipster-like.
Aww. Why
That's
wouldn't they sub to you? You're the great wild chase.
it just sounds so hipster-like to be like, oh, this guy reviewed me. I'm gonna go sub to him. It's like,
But
really?
maybe
Okay,
he likes you. Maybe he heard of you the first time when he went to beta. Come on, Chase.
then
Don't be a hipster, Chase.
whatever. Let's
Whatever.
move on.
How's the
So I guess
blackmailing going on, by the way?
the what?
The blackmailing. The beta
What black?
blackmail thing.
Oh God, that oh no, we sorted that out. He misunderstood me thinking that because stupid. Basically, he was just being a dumb fuck, and that happens. People to be dumb fucks.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Just pretty funny.
yeah, it was silly.
What else do we got? We should go through Yu since there were
Yeah, I was about to say let's go to UU and look at how the same it is.
yeah.
Actually, it did change a little bit, I think,
Yep.
but not like too incredibly much. But there were some things that I was sad by. I think.
Sad. What made you sad?
Well, not really sad, but it's just like, really, that changed? Why? All right, so
Uh, top seven is still the same, I think. Not.
yeah, Raikou went down a little bit, Mew went up a
Yep.
lot, and then Arcanine has more usage over Darmanitan.
That's kind of interesting.
It makes sense because Arcanine just has a little bit more versatility, and people are just starting to realize it, especially if you look at the well, I need to close Safari, but if you look at least the top 7. Let's see. Roserade gets killed. Flygon probably gets about 2 KO'd by any choice banded move that isn't Flare Blitz or Wild Charge. But basically,
Hmm.
just Extreme Speed will just destroy it. Chandelure, Flash Fire, there you go. It can still, Wild Charge it or something. Actually, Chandelure can't really take on with
That's
Arcanine, but
Arcanine. Well, there's Crunch, but nobody really
yeah, but
uses
no one
that.
uses that.
Yeah, yeah.
Bronzong, obviously. Heracross, obviously. Hitmontop. It's a sketchy matchup. Zapdos, it can take it on, but yeah, Arcanine has some leeway on some stuff that Darmanitan doesn't. So, plus it has a bit more bulk. Plus, you can run a Morning Glory set. So, yeah.
Yeah, that was cool when it was when Soul Silver and Heart Gold game came out.
Basically, and then with Black and White, you got Wild Charge
And
and
close
Close
combat.
Combat.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and then Nidoking took a little bit of a jump, which is kind of nice because Nidoking wrecks a lot of things, so you'd think it get used more.
Yeah, Nidoking was number 16.
Yep, and now it is number 11. I actually was thinking about making a team with Nidoking soon. I haven't done like that much UU lately. It's been kind of sad,
I should
but
probably do some UU too, but I've been like lazy and UU is not really my tier either, so
I I, I, I love UU. It's just that I've been trying to stockpile more in OU because I haven't been able to get that many uploadable matches lately.
hmm. What about any other interesting changes?
Let's see. I have no fucking clue. Porygon, where is that now? It went up a little bit. Let's see. Blastoise went down.
Slowbro rose quite a bit. It was 28 and now it's 20. Number 20. So,
That's kind of odd because Slowbro still doesn't have that much leeway, but I guess people still like it for some reason.
and Suicune is now right behind. Where was Suicune the last time?
20.
Oh,
So
yeah.
basically it just got bumped down. I think where is it? Kabalion. I think Kabalion took a huge drop. Yeah, it went down to 27. It was like 20-ish. No, it was fucking 19 last month.
Yeah, true, true.
Yeah, I think
Cobalion the hipster's Terrakion.
Champ also took a drop. It
Where was Machamp?
was like in the mid-teens.
Okay,
It was 17, and
okay.
now it is 27.
Wow,
Fighting types really are not liking shit right now.
true.
Maybe because of Nidoking and Mew and Chandelure, it's just getting too rough for them or something.
Yeah, I guess.
So,
Yeah.
where's the teeny last month?
It was 24, and
Okay, so it
now.
went down to 26.
No!
Zatu went down a little bit too.
Where?
Uh, Swampert went up a couple spots.
Oh,
Probably because
Crocodile.
of all the drops.
Okay. Where's Crocodile? It was number 30, and now it's 35. So that dropped a
I
bit.
don't understand why Crocodile isn't more used. Because if you look at a bunch of shit in the top six, like the only thing that really stops it hardcore is fucking Hitmontop, and then after that, you get a lot of things that just die to Crocodile. Like I've been wanting to use one, but I just haven't made a good team with it.
Yeah, and it still hits Hitmontop pretty hard. You got Intimidate, but EQ is still gonna do like at least
Yeah,
30%, I would say, and like yeah, it doesn't have recovery, so just
exactly.
repeated hits and you can take it out, and then you get Moxie and stuff. So yeah,
I still think it's a great Pokemon. Where the
yeah,
fuck?
really pretty good offensive typing, but it's
See,
not that.
Shaman up a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
and then where was Togekiss?
Where's Gligar?
Let's see, Gligar was 32.
It's 32 again. Okay, so
Oh
that didn't
boy,
help.
it stayed
Yay!
game.
Metagame seems to be balanced. Yay!
Yeah, Togekiss went up a little bit. That's something.
So a kiss. I
I don't
hate
know
that thing.
why.
Because the T-Wave and the flinch and the shenanigans and the
Or you could just be a hipster and use Heal Bell Nasty Plot.
Oh yeah, there's that.
I remember using that set in fourth gen. That shit was so awesome.
Yeah, toxic is a nice way to take it out. But yeah, could work.
Let's see, where was my Lodic? Well, my Lodic was 31. Now it's 33.
I lost track of my Milotics.
What's on my Lodic?
I don't know.
Never heard of it in my
You
life.
uploaded that again.
Yeah, because fucking Alina wanted to see it, so I was like, sure, here you
Aww. Aww.
Let's see, Crobat went up a little bit. That's something, obviously.
Is Hunch grow?
I don't
No,
know.
it dropped a couple spots. No, it was 43, now it's
I'm
45.
still at the bottom of UU. That's always fun. What's the cutoff for UU this month? Let's see.
Yeah,
Bisharp. After that is Venomoth, Nidoqueen, Quillfish, Clefable, Cofagrigus, other bunch of stuff.
where's Bishop is 53? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so UU still be pretty big.
Uh-huh. And PZ is now UU would be. Or is it already UU? I think it's
I think
BL.
it's BL2.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think. But at this rate, at least, it's gonna be UU. I guess the scarf set works and that's the
Yeah.
lot for ball breaking and stuff. Whatever.
Well, again, like I said, if you look at the top six, it can at least 2 KO everything, so.
Yeah, true. It makes sense. And that's
Uh,
bolt beam and stab, freaking what you call it, try attack and stuff. And yeah. But wasn't Nidoqueen? Where was the? Didn't Ansar make like a list?
yeah, it's right below the first post.
Yeah, true. All right.
So for the predictions for next month, the Abomasnow is going to go up to OU. Chance is going to go to UU. Porygon's going to go up to UU. Nidoqueen's going to go down to RU. Quagsire is going to go to RU. McMortar, RU, and Cryogonal to RU.
Cryogonal. 3GO. Ah, good times in RU. What
I
is
don't know
there
what
in
that
RU?
is.
Hmm.
I don't know. I don't care about RU.
Let's check the top 10. Is there anything interesting?
Well, are we done with UU?
I guess, or is there anything at the end of UU that would be?
Um, Not that I know of. We can look at the metagame analysis thingy, though.
Yeah, let's do that before we.
Let's see. Obviously, the most used team or balance, or not most used kind of team is balance, and obviously it's weatherless. Because do they still have a toss in UU?
Yeah, they do.
Okay, I almost thought that went up to BL, but probably not.
It was at least on the list.
And I'm
So
gonna go to the main smoking page. Hippo. Yep, Hippopotas is still UU, so I guess people just aren't liking sand in UU. But obviously, the most used thing is balance with 75% ish. Then it's weatherless bulky offense, weatherless balance, weatherless offense. Obviously, all weatherless stuff, but the
hmm
fact that bulky offense is still the most used thing, and then balance, and then offense, I mean, that should show something that you should use bulky offense.
hmm And this,
Well, hold on.
what's semi-stall? Like,
It's like half bulky offense, half stall.
yeah, I guess that makes sense. Yeah.
Also, in every tier out there, the most used kind of team is bulky offense.
It just works.
Yeah, even in Little Cup.
Where's sand? 2.2%. All right.
What for the sand balance?
Yeah,
Oh,
sand
yeah,
balance.
that's the most used sand team is sand balanced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then yeah. Sand baton pass 0.0%. All right. Sand trick room 0.1%. Okay, that's just
Yeah, something like that.
okay. I guess we could check a little bit of the RU stuff. Is there?
I know nothing about it, and I don't
It
care.
doesn't matter. I know nothing about you. Let I go through it.
Pythagoras went up. No, it didn't. It's
Okay, it's
basically the same thing. Oh wait,
uh
Drapion went up a little bit.
yeah, it did. It's
And then Tangrowth, it's right there, and then the Uxie, and then the Rotom, and then the Steelix went down, and then the Feraligatr went up, and then the da da da, and you shake it all around, do the hokey pokey. I don't
yeah.
know.
Nothing too much, I guess. There
Yeah,
RU stuff.
but
What?
obviously for RU, bulky offense is the most used thing, and obviously there's no weather in RU, so yeah, there you go.
There we go. Let me see. Yeah. Bulky offense everywhere. Trick room is
That's what I'd say.
14%. That's kind of a lot,
Probably
but it
because of Pythagoras.
yeah, and slow king, I guess. They
That's,
work. They work there.
I guess.
Uh, anyways, that was
Herped.
kind of a like,
Look at NU Herpaderp.
yay, and
No,
you chase. Are you going to do another NU week?
I
What?
didn't do an NU week in the first place.
Oh wait, yeah, that was an RU week, right?
I actually did randomly throw together an NU team just to randomly jump Pyrotas on the Smogon Wi-Fi Battle Finder. So
Oh,
technically I did an NU battle.
whoa. How did
Yeah.
that go?
I'm not gonna reveal anything because then,
Are you going to post it?
yeah, it was a
Oh,
good battle.
it was a good Chase saying it was a good battle in NU.
Not because it was NU, just because it was
Oh,
a good battle.
yes. It was so original, Chase.
Actually, no, I just used a bunch of dudes from Kazo's database. There's nothing original about it.
Oh, Chase.
Yeah, because obviously using guys from Kazo's database is so
You're
original.
such an anti-hipster, even in NU.
What do you expect from me? I didn't care. I was just like, oh, hey,
Yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
Pyro Oz. Let's just randomly jump him because I'm bored. And then
Yeah,
I
yeah.
some random things. I was like, hey, let's look at usage really quick. Oh, hey, those things are hipster-like. Let's use these things.
Alright, there we go. I'll be looking forward to that.
I don't know why. It's pretty shitty.
But you said it was a good match.
Yeah, but it just shouldn't matter if it's NU or not. Why do you have to look forward to it just because it's NU?
Because you never do NU.
So, doesn't
So,
matter.
it's so original coming from you, Chase.
Not really, considering how much I hoard.
Well, yeah, true. But people don't know that. Nobody looks at freaking NU statistics. They think it's cool because it's NU. Right, everyone?
I like how Magmortar's gonna leave NU though.
Yeah, it's pretty powerful. The power.
You know what I hate about NU though? All the stealth
Hmm.
rockers suck.
What good stealth rockers are there? Or what?
I don't know. I was trying to make synergy and I couldn't make
Sandshrew,
synergy.
let's go.
I couldn't get synergy with a stealth rocker, so I didn't even use a stealth rocker.
Wow. Chase going all the way hipster. No stealth rocker.
I
Best
didn't
move
need
in the
one.
game.
I didn't need one.
Chase is so strong. The NU
Uh,
champion.
No, just no.
Why not?
Well, technically, I did beat Hayden when he was the NU champion back in the Federation, so
Did
eh.
anyone ever beat the Federation?
No, I
Did,
got, I got, I think I just, like, I was going to, but then I overpredicted against Rev, so I lost my UU match.
Aww. Then you
That or I
became
got
the OU
hacked. I don't
champion.
remember what happened. It's either I got hacked or I overpredicted.
Yeah.
I wonder if I still know the password to that account. I think I do.
Let's start posting there again. That was good times. But you were the OU champion after Nacho, right?
Yeah.
Good times.
And then Dave took my spot as monotype because I didn't want to be monotype. I just wanted a spot in the Fed.
Yeah.
And then Steve was supposed to be the fucking Little Cup champion. Oh my God, that was funny.
Oh, good times.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the system really didn't work because it was kind of impossible to beat everyone there.
Yeah, because everyone sucked. And by everyone
Yeah,
sucked, I mean, yeah, I don't know.
yeah, yeah. But still good times. All right, let's go into some random questions that we have.
You
Um,
actually got questions?
well, I got a few. There was one guy asking if you can use SwiftSim. Oh wait, SwiftSim and Drizzle, blah blah blah. Uh, yeah, the guy was basically asking, can you use Rain Dance with Drizzle? And yes, you can. And well, there's one.
Yeah, you just can't use Swift Swim and Drizzle.
Yeah, that's how it goes. Well, anyways, there we go. There's one random question.
Worst question of them all.
I'm looking for more. I know there are a few.
If special berries and Soul were released, what Pokemon do you think would be the most special impact from the berries and the dragon siblings most likely going over? They'll probably do what they just did in fourth gen and
Band
ban.
Soul do. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they did in the first place. They were like, "Hey, Soldu, no, get the fuck out of here." So
Yeah.
it wasn't allowed in OU. We could use it in Ubers, but I mean, the fact that the Lotties are just fine in this current metagame and last metagame, that Latios had such an impact on it, they're not gonna like I'm talking about in fourth gen. In fourth gen, Latios obviously had way too much of an impact to let stay,
Hmm.
but in this gen, the lotties are perfectly checked, so there's no reason to get rid of them.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you don't always have to plan for them because teams half the time these days can plan for them just fine. So
Mm.
that's generally what happens.
Yup. What about those berries? Or
I mean, Empoleon might get a little bit of jump from having Pitaya, but I mean, if I had to look at OU really quick,
is
because
there
that's all.
anything that would run a good set?
I mean,
Salak berry.
let's
Uh,
see. You could give Tracheon Berry and then be like all sub SD Berry or like sub Agility Berry. I don't know. Otherwise, it's like there's not much that I can think of off the top of my head that benefits from berries.
yeah,
Like
and even
maybe,
with Terrakion, you usually want to just run the dual dance sets.
yeah,
Um,
I don't know. It's like not much in OU would benefit from it, I guess. Maybe,
yeah.
I don't know. Not anything I can
Speaking
think
of
of.
Terrakion, there was one like random question. What if Terrakion would get Moxie or Guts? Uh,
Oh,
Moxie would be kind of horrible.
yeah. Well, yeah, that would make it go uber. But if it got guts, that could also have the potential too, because then it could easily switch into status. And it's not like it really needs justified, so it's like, yeah, it's kind of
Yeah,
wasted ability there.
true. It just makes it easier for it to switch into THR or yeah.
Yeah, basically.
Well, it could switch into THR anyways, but yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
So,
So
uh,
it's like whatever for the most part.
and
I
one
mean,
guy is asking if what if Ferrothorn would get like a direct recovery move? Uh,
um, oh God, oh God.
yeah,
Yeah,
because it can usually take, HP fires even from most Pokemon. That that
yeah. I mean, if they don't have a boost and they're not the highest
yeah.
attackers ever, then yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and if it would have recovery, that would be kind of horrible.
Yeah, that would kind of make it maybe go Uber. Because if
Hmm.
it had recovery, then it could do a lot more than it already does. And giving it that, oh God, no. Just no, don't. Please don't.
Yeah. What if Ditto would get released? Are we talking?
Ditto, well, look at Dreamworld OU. It's not Uber there yet, so
Where
yeah.
is there Dreamworld OU statistics anywhere?
Yeah, they have it somewhere. I think it's still like allowed. I don't know. I don't keep track. Hold on, let's do
Of Milo 6?
Ditto. Yeah, Ditto's 43% used.
Hmm.
So it's like it's not really that broken. Now Chandelure, Genesect, and Breloom, once those get released, expect some stuff going on there.
Is Genesect really like that good?
From what I've heard and from what I've seen, it's pretty good. I mean, that's why it's so used, but it might not be that broken, but it's still really fucking good.
In
I
my
think,
opinion, it's like when gets released, it's like OU's Nidoking, basically. It's
yeah,
like better
maybe.
Nidoking.
I don't know. From what I've ever fought with it, like when Black and White first came out, I just did not like fighting it rather.
Yeah.
So it's just like, yeah.
And there's one question, kind of relating to Dream World, so there we go.
Uh,
We kind of talked about Technician Breloom and Chandelure like the last time, I think. But
okay, hold on. What do you think how do you think metagame will change once Keldeo, Genesect, Melota, and Technician Relum Shadow Padre Superior come out? If you really want to know how the metagame is gonna be, um, Dreamworld OU. Like in all
yeah,
honesty,
yeah, you can
go
play
look at
that.
Dreamworld OU. Contrary Superior does not have an impact on that metagame. Let me go see how we. Oh, Superior is number 19.
Yeah, it's not
Yes.
really that good because it
I,
doesn't have like any kind of coverage moves.
I'm kind of surprised that it's 19 though. I guess maybe Dreamworld OU is more for the novelty stuff in a sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
So I guess people are going to use some of those novelties more. But if you can already see, Chandelure, Genesect, Breloom, top four, and then T-Tar's in one. So the fact that those are in the top four, it shows what'll happen to the metagame. We get so centralized around those three that something's gonna have to happen.
Yeah, but in Dreamworld, oh, do you have Excadrill there allowed? Right? Is
Uh, huh?
is
Was that it?
Excadrill allowed in Dreamworld?
Yeah, yeah. I think they're just
And
allowing it.
Garchomp too.
Yeah, they're allowing those for testing, which apparently they're checked fine in that tier, so it's like whatever.
Yeah, I guess. A Keldeo, like, I don't know. I guess
Yeah,
that
so
would
like
be.
Helio is kind of used, but I don't know if it's like good enough. Where I mean, I guess in the current OU metagame, it could have an impact slightly, but I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see.
It's kind of like a special Terrakion in a way, but it doesn't get
Yeah, but the only problem is it just can't hit Dragonite and Mence as well unless it is HP Ice.
Yeah, true. And then if it does has HP eyes, then it gets walled by some other stuff, probably.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. Um, what about well, Mellow Eta is kind of random. That's probably gonna be like
Yeah,
Yu.
Meloetta, I don't think it's really gonna do anything for the metagame.
Probably gonna be like Yu somewhere. I'd say.
Yeah,
It's just
like I
really
said, I don't think it's really gonna have an impact on the metagame.
yeah, it's
So
kind of gimmicky to use. So yeah.
yeah, basically.
Um. Anyways, should we talk about Black and White 2 a bit? Tiny bit.
What's there to talk about?
Well, like the new genies, they will get those forms, which is like pretty interesting and
Oh,
kind of stupid what they are doing with Landorus and Underus.
hold on, maybe.
Wouldn't you agree? Like raising the special attack and attack of those things even more.
Now, the only thing that'll make too much of a difference is depending on what their speed is. If they lower their speed a bit, then okay, they'll probably stay OU. It'll probably be okay. Well, Thundurus isn't even OU to begin with, but no, for Landorus and Thundurus, if their speed is a bit lower and it's, then they'll be just fine. But if their speed stays close to the same or is still, above the mark that they are, it's like then yeah, they'll be good because their speeds are perfect the way they are. Laners could be a little bit faster, but otherwise it's just fine. If it gets any faster or it stays the same, then it'll do something. But I'm really interested about how Tornadus is actually going to go with it because how fast that thing is going to go, and then with its defenses, it already has that move pool that can be abused. And then if it loses too much special attack, then you lose that
Uh,
novelty, not novelty, but just the usefulness of it. So I don't
yeah,
know.
and the interesting thing is what moves are they going to get? There's possibly like a few new ones. And I would
Yeah.
think that Tornadoes would get Roost now, since it's a bird.
Nope. Still
Eh,
no.
Why not? Like they
Well, I
specifically
guess it would make sense because then, like, if it does get Roost, then it can abuse those new defenses. But then it's like
yeah.
gonna be the fastest walls around, and then it can probably Toxic Spell easily enough. So then that'll be a problem there.
Yeah, but like tornadoes and roost. Because the interesting thing is that for the fifth generation, Game Freak changed the mechanics of roost so that if you're a pure flying type, you turn into a normal type. They
Yeah.
specifically made this change, yet they didn't make a Pokemon that is pure flying type with roost. But now that tornadoes is a freaking bird, it could possibly get roost, and it would make sense.
But like I said, with the increased defense, special defense, and speed, it could be a really good wall because flying typing isn't that bad. So I mean, you can abuse it, and then if it gets it, then it could be really disastrous. And we'll just have to see. Well, not disastrous, but it could be really potent.
Maybe like a set that they run on Zapdos, Sub Roost and Toxic, and then like Hurricane for stab.
Or even air slash.
Yeah, for that, for flinching and stuff, that could work.
Just have it just to be a little bit more reliable than Hurricane outside of rain.
Yeah, true. But I guess Rainstorm could get one more, guy there.
Yeah.
It could work. But
Cool.
yeah,
But we'll see. But otherwise, I don't know. That's the only thing we can really talk about Black and White 2, really.
yeah, pretty much. But this, the genie is what I mostly just wanted to talk about. But we'll know
Okay.
more. Like, was it when 23rd again?
Yeah, June 23rd.
All right, that's pretty close. Holy crap, 20 days. 20 days. Chase, any hopes that you would like to see from move tutors? I think
Uh,
that's gonna be the most interesting thing for us competitive battlers.
let's see. Can I
Like
just have
punches for Congalder or something like that.
everything have U-turn?
That could work. Like they would make a wild you into an in-game character that would teach U-turn to anything.
How about we give uh I don't know what U-turn. Just give all the things U-turn and Volt Switch for that matter, just so we have the option, and then we can just wreck all the things.
Holy crap! Wall turning teams would raise in usage so much.
I don't know. I'd almost want Terrakion again if a U-turn. I think that'd be awesome as fuck.
Imagine that huge ball pulling a U-turn, just like boom. That would be pretty funny. Holy crap! But it could, like, yeah, why not? Like Cobalion gets Volt Switch, and that
Yeah.
doesn't make any sense. It's a
Well,
huge fucking freaking steel goat turning into electricity and just
maybe it makes perfect sense, and you're just
maybe
waiting.
it does. But on that sense, Terrakion could get a U-turn. Like, why not? If the giant ass goat can Volt Switch around, so why?
Yeah.
You could, but yeah.
I don't
But
know. I have no hopes or expectations. I just want to see it as I go, because then I don't have to be disappointed or pleased. I can just be like, oh, that happened. Okay.
Chase, give us one answer.
Um,
One more serious like thing.
I want.
So,
Uh, let's see. Thinking about it. Thinking about it.
anything in
Think.
the OU that could use something.
Selby flamethrower. There we go.
Jay, something that's kind of realistic.
Damn. Realistic.
Like I was saying, Congalder with punches, that could be possible.
Nah, that would be dumb.
I
Let's
guess it
give
would only need Ice Punch for
let's give
Gliscor.
Kyurem flamethrower. That could be possible. It's a fucking dragon.
Well, yeah,
It's
that's
an
true.
ice dragon, but still. I mean, it's gonna be a fucking white Kyurem. I mean, it's already
Yeah,
gonna breathe fire anyway, so might as well give the normal Kyurem flamethrower.
yeah, that's gonna be interesting how the freaking shape shifting works with Kyurem or the form shifting or
Or they could
whatever.
also give Kyurem earthquake. That would probably help too.
Yeah, it already has Stone Edge.
Wait, it has Stone Edge?
I think it has.
Oh, well, there's like no point to it, but still, did not know it had Stone Edge.
Yeah, that's kind of a random move.
Yeah, a little bit. But otherwise, I have nothing else I want.
Yeah. All right. So I guess that will be all for this WileSpade podcast. Not much changed, but yeah, rest assured, everything will change next month or like the end of this month. And when
And
Black and White 2
just
get out, I think we could do a podcast on the move tutors. I think that would be pretty cool.
how about this?
Oh, yeah.
Viewers of the WileSpade podcast, I'm going to start a petition to cancel the WileSpade podcast. So
No!
go sign
No
it.
way. No way. You're gonna
Damn.
pull a pimp night on me.
How is that pulling a pimp night?
You're
Pimp night would
trying to
just be
cancel. He was trying to
no.
cancel your thing, and then you're trying to cancel my podcast that you're
Yeah, but I'm doing it nicely by signing a petition. There's a
Yeah,
difference.
that's nice. He should have done that.
Except no one would sign it because they're dumb.
Yeah.
Actually, they're smart then.
Yeah. No, no, no. They,
Whatever.
they
Anyways,
would never do that.
stuff.
But whenever Black and White 2, like when we get some information on the move tutors and stuff, we could do an extra podcast. That kind of depends. Like, yeah.
Or there could be no podcasts ever for the history of forever.
Yeah, so whenever, if you guys find a list of move tutors for Gen 5 and all that stuff, like send us a link, send me a PM about that.
Don't send me anything, or you can
Yeah,
send me money. Send me money. I'll take it. I'll
yeah,
take your
okay.
money.
Chase, send Chase the money and stuff.
I'll take it.
We'll take it.
Then I
So,
can buy trading cards and open more up on YouTube. There we go.
card games on motorcycles!
Card games on my desk.
Have you watched Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged?
Who doesn't?
Yeah. Little Kuribo is coming to Finland. That is freaking crazy.
Go rape him.
Yes, I will.
All right.
I will.
Have fun with that.
and some other Team 4-star guys. That's crazy.
Just steal them.
I will. Then I'll do a podcast with them.
All right.
Okay. I don't think we have anything to add here because we're just rambling at this point, like we usually do.
Sure.
Sure, Chase. But yeah, Black and White 2 coming out soon, and that's gonna be cool. And that will be all for this WileSpade podcast number 10, I think. 10
Mhm.
podcasts, Chase.
Can I
10
quit now?
already. 10 already.
Can I quit now?
No.
Damn.
What would WileSpade like? You're part of the show. Like you're the essence of it.
But you can obviously replace me with A Amazing.
Well, but it's still not the same. Like I can do another. I did another podcast, but WileSpade, nobody can replace you in WileSpade podcast.
Damn. Oh well. I'll have to find someone
We have
else.
always so much good time here.
Since when?
The WileSpade synergy,
I don't know what that is.
and then everybody thinks you're bullying me, and
Yeah,
that's.
I'm really not. This is just me joking. Like seriously, I'm just joking around. I'm
But
not.
it's funny because you do that. Like yeah.
Because if Spade really had a problem with it, then he would say something, but he doesn't because he knows I'm just kidding and I'm not really serious.
Yeah.
So,
And I guess I'm kind of provoking you from time to time, like,
yeah, basically. So,
yeah.
keep that in mind, everyone.
Yeah. But yeah, that will be all for the WileSpade podcast. So, Chase, outro go.
Bacon.
No, Chase.
Give me bacon and I'll do it.
Well, I'll give you a bacon sometime. Do it now.
Or am I gonna get bacon?
You will.
All right, then. We're coming subbing later, guys. Spade owes me bacon.
Peace out, bacons. That was awesome.
Peace out, bacons.
Yeah, why not?
I actually smell bacon right now.